Morning guys, myself Sandeep Kumar Reddy from Ingenious Competitive Training Academy. Today I will be discussing about the GK and GS part. I already discussed the part 1 online by the live. So let us discuss what we have in part 2. So as you can see, initially we have the following titles was suspended by Gandhiji during the time of non-cooperation movement. We should remember the title has been given for the Gandhi. He was suspended. That is Kaisar-e-Hind. That title have been given to the Gandhiji, but during that time of non-cooperation movement, it has been rejected by Mahatma. Now we have during the India's freedom struggle, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, they advocated extremism. We should remember that they are extremists as well as moderates. So we should remember that these extremists have been the advocated what exactly they adopted? They adopted the extremism by Lal Bal Pal. As you can see, they are the lawyers during the time of Indian freedom struggle. So Tilak as well as Bipin Chandra Pal, they both were advocated the extremism. The Mathura school of art what flourished during the time of, that is Vasudeva. Whatever the Gandhara school of art was exist and Mathura school of art was flourished during the reign of, that is Vasudeva. Whatever the questions I had compiled, this have been taken from the various question papers. All those multiple choice questions have been made as a single one-liner. So please remember that. So whatever the questions, you may get the repeated same questions. The first Indian to be elected to the leadership of Communist International was, that is M.N. Roy. He was the first Indian to be elected to the leadership of Communist International. So that was M.N. Roy. As you can see, who has been called Lal Bal Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. They are the three extremists. We have the Voice of India published extracts from the Indian press. It was started by Dadabhai Nauroji. So as you can see, how exactly the grand old man of India who had been called, that is Dadabhai Nauroji. So 123 years ago, Dadabhai Nauroji became Asia's first member of the British Parliament. So Dadabhai publicly demanded Swaraj, that is self-government for India, for the first time. He put forward the drain theory, which explained the drain of wealth from India to Britain because of colonial domination. He believed that in order to prevent the drain, India needed to develop industries. So as you can see, Dadabhai Nauroji, who has been called as Grand Old Man of India, so he forwarded the drain theory. So this is the Voice of India. It was published extracts from the Indian press. It was started by Dadabhai Nauroji. So during that time he started this publisher. Indian Association was established in 1876, which was established in Mumbai. Bombay, previously it was called as Bombay, now it has been known as Mumbai. Sir William Sleeman was associated with the operations against the thugs. So please remember the operation concerning, that is thugs. Who was the main reason? That is Sir William Sleeman. Now we have the Pushkar Lake, which is located in the Rajasthan. The moment we should remember that Aravali ranges are there. Luni river is exist in the Rajasthan, and Dilwara, that is Jain temple, which is also located in Mount Abu, in which Luni river also exists. Now we have the languages belongs to the Austric group. We should remember that whatever the Austric group, that language is Khasi. That Khasi language is used in the Austric group. Next we have the two states are involved in the Kaveri water dispute. This is one thing which have been happening for the last few years. That is between the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, the dispute is having for the last decades. It is between the Kaveri river. The Himalayan rivers in their character are snow fed. As you can see, they are all perennial rivers which directly melts, that is snow fed. Himalayan rivers are all snow fed rivers. The basic industry is cotton textiles is the basic industry, because that is the main production of the cloths and all. The Gandhara school of art, as I had already discussed, the Mathura school of art also. Now we have the Gandhara school of art that was developed during the time of Kushans. So we have to remember that Mathura school of art, whatever had been discussed, that is during the time of Vasudeva. But in the case of here, the Gandhara school of art developed during the time of Kushans. The Maratha chief, that is Shambhaji, was executed during the reign of Aurangzeb. We should remember that during this time, the Shambhaji, whoever Maratha chief, was executed during the reign of Aurangzeb. Next we have, I request you guys to check playlist where you will find 800 plus question papers for various examinations. As you can see how exactly the playlist have been given for the various examination purpose. Different subjects have been given. So we have a look. India declared itself to be a republic on 26th January 1950. We got an independence on 1947 15th August, but we got republic in 26th January 1950. Who is not a painter in Sonal? As you can see down below, it was a matching between the people, that is M.F. Hussain, Satish Gujral, B. Prabha was the painters, but the Sonal Mansingh was not a painter. That was the odd one among all those four. As you can see, Battle of Kurukshetra was fought between the Kauravas as well as Pandavas. This was the one which is important during the time of Mahabharata. It has been taken place, that is the Battle of Kurukshetra. The largest area under the forest is in the state of, please remember that in the case of forest, that is Madhya Pradesh. If they ask the area wise, that is Rajasthan. Now we have the Panama Canal that links between the Atlantic Ocean as well as with the Pacific Ocean. As you can see how exactly the Panama Canal, which shortens the routes between these places, that is Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, that is the shortest route to move there. Next we have Rhine Valley in France is known for deposits of, that is bauxite. We should remember that bauxite is the ore of aluminium. As you can see, the Rhine Valley in France, which is known for this bauxite. The moraines is formed at the start of the glacier, that is lateral moraines, which is at the start of the glacier is, that is lateral moraines. The regions of India is associated with the pine forests, that is we have these pine forests maximum in Uttarakhand. The following is a feature formed by the rivers. As you can see how exactly this meanders and oxbow lakes, exactly how exactly it is formed by the rivers. The equilibrium price is the price which equates supply and demand. This is one thing where you will find the supply as well as demand are equal. Next we have the marginal revenue product schedule is a firm's resource demand schedule. It is one thing, the marginal revenue product schedule is a firm's resource demand schedule. The British rule in India has been characterized to profitable export of capital and enterprise to India. This is one thing, during the time of British rule, it has been characterized for the profitable export of capital and enterprise to India. The sugarcane is not a plantation crop but coffee, tea and rubber. So this is one thing you have to remember. This is not a plantation crop. In the case of coffee, tea and rubber are the plantation crops, but the odd one is the sugarcane one. An industry is called sick when it fails to generate internal surplus on a continuing basis. That is, as you can see, the industry is called as sick when it fails to generate internal surplus on a continuing basis. That is sick. The word you have to remember, that is sick. Electrification in rural areas can be done better and on cheaper rate through solar energy. We know that whatever it has been adopted by the government of India during this scenario, this type of electrification and solar energy has been used. So this has become very easier for the production of electricity. In parliamentary government, ministers remain in office so long as they enjoy the confidence of the popular chamber of legislature. So please remember, whatever the parliamentary government ministers remain in office so long as they enjoy the confidence of the popular chamber of legislature. Next we have the fascism. As you can see, during the time of war only, this kind of operation by the dictatorial power will take place, which is normally adopted during the time of war itself, that's strongly advocated. As you can see to the right, how exactly Hitler over Germany has ruled over the Germany with the fascism. One of the main factors that led to rapid expansion of Indian exports is liberalization of the economy. That is one thing. That is the main factor that led to rapid expansion of Indian exports is liberalization of economy was the main factor. So remember this, liberalization was the main factor for the expansion of Indian exports. The best example of presidential form of government is we have in USA, that is the presidential form of government takes place. The separation of power is important feature of the parliamentary government. This is one thing. Whatever the separation of the powers is important feature of the parliamentary government. That is, as you can see to the right, how exactly it has been given. So this is one thing. The monistic theory of sovereignty was advocated by Austin. So here the monistic theory, whatever of sovereignty, it was advocated by Austin. A Secular Agenda is a book written by Arun Shore. The book Arun Shore has written, that is A Secular Agenda, as you can see to the right of this slide. Next we have the term GATT, that means General Agreement, Tariffs and Trade is the actual abbreviation of GATT. Next we have the sports term T is associated with, that is golf. We knew that there is a golf ball on which there is a small stick. That stick is known as T, on which the golf ball be kept and they play the golf. The terms trips and trims are related to GATT, that is General Agreement and Tariff Trades. The author of the Suitable Boy, the book Suitable Boy is written by Vikram Seth, was the author for the book Suitable Boy. The currency notes of the denomination of rupees 100 are printed in the Security Printing Press, which is located in Nasik. In Nasik, they print 100 rupee notes. The founder of Boy Scout movement was, that is Baden Powell was the founder of the Boy Scout movement, which was repeated. It was discussed in the previous also. The permanent secretariat of the SAARC has been set up in Kathmandu. As you can see how exactly this looks like, that is SAARC secretariat, which is located in Kathmandu, that is the capital of Nepal. The natural polymer is rubber. As you can see, rubber is the natural polymer. The most suitable for making electromagnet is the soft iron is used for the making of electromagnet. The gas used for the artificial ripening of green fruits. Please remember, in welding the acetylene is used, but in the case of artificial ripening, ethylene is used, methane is used in biogas. These are all various. Butane is in LPG. You have to remember each and everything. The cooking oil can be converted into vegetable ghee by the process of, that is hydrogenation, in which the cooking oil directly converted into vegetable ghee. So these are the few questions I have compiled from various question papers between 90s. In 90s I had prepared. So don't worry, I have many more. Please follow whatever has been given. You can call me on 7667302252 if you want in 2100 PDF of GK and GS. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great life, guys.